Trade in your old spooky heating and air system for a premier heating and air system and get a $2,000 rebate right now. $2,000 with the purchase of any new heating and air system from Premier Heating and Air, a locally owned and operated company. Log on to premierishere.com today and experience the premier difference.
Hi, Coach, and we're back. Why don't we talk about the beginning of the show, kind of where the region standings are, playoff implications, power rankings, and that kind of thing. I don't know who's on top of who right now. All I know is there's a lot of 5-1 records out there.
Yeah, I saw that the other day. The guys from Bleckley County pulled off a major win 2 weeks ago. When they beat Northeast, heck of a football game. Bleckley seems to be flying high right now. Their football team is hitting on all cylinders. And all that really did was just kind of throw everything into a real tizzy right now. For us, we're still, in my opinion, kind of sitting on the back end.
Right.
Dodge County beat Bleckley.
Okay.
They're 5-1 in the region right now, meaning Dodge. Bleckley beat Northeast. Northeast and Bleckley are both 5-1. Northeast beat Dublin, and Dublin's sitting at 5-1. The way our region was set up, and this is convenient in it being this way, when you have an even number of schools in a region, like we have 10, well, on the nights when you have region games, everybody's playing. You think about it, see, if you've got 9 teams, 8 teams are playing, 1 team has the night off. So that can kind of skew things in your schedule a little bit about who has an open date the week before a big game, and that other team might have been out there having to play and prepare for somebody else.
Was Dodge and Bleckley both off this weekend as we were?
Everybody in our region was off this week. It was very strange for me and my coaches, and I'm sure for the other staffs. Normally when we don't have a game,
where are we going to go?
We're out on the road. The staff is split up, going to different places, trying to see other teams that we have left on our schedule. Well, we had Bleckley left, we've got Central out of Macon left, and we've got Dodge County left. All of them are in our region. Everybody in our region was off last week. So, with that being the case,
maybe that's why my wife said we need to go to the beach this weekend.
Yeah, because I got a feeling a lot of times when we show up to watch another team play that we're going to have to play. I see you and your wife sitting there in the stands too. You're trying to get you a head start on the opponent.
I love it.
And then the way the Georgia high school playoffs are set up now, John Strickland put a thing out yesterday about where the standings are as of today. And it doesn't matter because they're going to change a lot all the way up till the Saturday after you play that last game, the way the computer spits all this information out.
I would think it would be, just my thoughts, because we've got a game against Bleckley and we've got a game against Dodge, who are ranked up there, Yeah, it could change drastically up to the very last football game.
Till the last score gets put in on a Friday, or Saturday after the last week of the regular season. And that's why Georgia High School now has an open date between the last game of the regular season and the first round of the playoffs. Because getting all the scores turned in so the computers can do all of their stuff, coaches usually start trading film on Saturday morning, getting ready for the next game. Well, you're not even going to know who you're going to play. So that means probably everybody in our region was doing the same thing on Friday night, and that was taking their wife out to dinner or something because it did you no good to go on the road to watch two other teams play, because the chances of those teams being who you meet in the playoffs are slim and none.
They rank these teams, what, like 1 through 32?
Right.
I think we're sitting at around 11 now. You know, we could potentially sit at 5. We could potentially sit at 21.
Or lower, because,
and that's
as I told John yesterday, because there's some confusion right now, we're still on the same plan that Georgia High School was on last year. It means if you win your region championship, you will be seated in one of the top 8 spots.
Same way now?
Same way.
Okay.
So if you win the region, you're going to be a 1 through 8 as long as 8 public schools won their region. There's one region right now that it looks like private school will definitely win. I don't think there's but one public school in that region.
Right.
So if that happens, then the region champs would be seeded 1 through 7. Then the next set is whoever finishes second. So then when you finish second, you will have the next up to 8 spots.
Okay.
A private school finished second, then there would only be 7. So that'd be 14. Then it simply falls into, from that point, the highest point valued teams would fill out in that order.
After that.
After the top region champions. Now, starting next year, it's strictly 100% by how you fell. The only people that would be, for some reason, if you won your region and you were not in the top 16, you would be put at number 16, where you could host the first round of a playoff game.
Which is important.
Yep, but I really believe that anybody that wins their region, their schedule as such is going to put them in a situation where they're going to finish in the top 16.
Right, and if you win your region, you're probably going to get it. You're going to get 1, if not 2, playoff games at home.
Right, and when I looked at it, here's where we are right now.
Yeah.
Dodge County is 5-1, 6-1 overall. They lost to Ace Charter. Okay, so they've lost a game in this region. Northeast is 5-1, and they're 5-2 overall. They lost to Bleckley, and they also lost to Peach County in game 1. Bleckley County's 5-1. They're 6-1 overall. They played Rutland in their non-region game. I think Rutland has not won a game yet, and then they that would be their only loss at this point, other than Dodge County. Okay, so they lost to Dodge. Dublin right now is 5-1 in the region. Our loss came to Northeast. Okay, well, we're 5-2 overall. Our other loss was to Swainsboro.
Highly ranked Swainsboro.
Yeah, Swainsboro, and lost that one in week 1. Then you go to East Orange is 3-3, and Ace Academy are 3-3. And I do not think they have played yet. I might be wrong, but I don't think those two schools.
Ace and East put a whipping on them over there, because I sat over there with your coaches that night.
That's right. So right now, Ace is the tiebreaker over East Lawrence, and both of them are sitting at 3-3. I know this week East Lawrence goes to Washington County. Washington County's 2-4. A win by Waco would make them 3-4, and it would make East 3-4. So there's so many things left as it plays out. Southwest is 1-5. Jefferson County's 1-5, and Central Macon, I think, at this point is 0-6.
Does it help when you're playing your non-region games a team that's highly ranked? Does it help you a lot more to play those type of teams versus?
The number one thing I think that matters, other than your overall winning percentage, is the highest point thing.
Okay.
Your overall winning percentage in this playoff formula they have matters the most. The next factor that matters the most is your opponent's winning percentage.
Okay, right.
Okay, so as we lost to Swainsboro, so we didn't get anything because we lost. But we will get more points as long as Swainsboro continues to win their games. Does that make sense?
Right.
So
That's kind of where I was
Swainsboro
headed.
keeps winning, those points will end up coming back to us, if you will, in that regard. Now, the third factor is the opponent's winning percentage.
Wow.
So there's so many different scenarios because now whoever we play, Swainsboro, well, what is their winning percentage? Then you have to look at, well, what was Swainsboro's, all the different teams they played, what was their winning percentage? And everybody on their schedule had 9 other teams they were playing. So
who can figure the algorithms for the computer to create all this?
the gentleman that oversees it for the Georgia High School, and that's a full-time job, is a gentleman named Don Core.
Okay.
Mr. Core's been there for several years, and he's kind of the guy that makes that happen. So, you know, at the end of the day, too much football left to be played.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what I was saying earlier. I mean, we got 2 highly ranked teams, Bleckley and then Dodge coming in, you know, in 2 or 3 weeks. This going to make or break.
That sandwich between a Central Macon team that's been struggling, but you know, at the end of the day,
that's an away game on a Thursday night.
Thursday night in Macon, it makes it tough. You know, for us right now, you know, the conversation with our young men yesterday is, I think we got a pretty good football team. Now the jury is still out. At what level of a football team is it? Is it
just how good?
Is it a mediocre football team, or is it one of the better football teams in our classification? Where are we? Because right now our 2 losses are to 2 top 10 football teams.
Absolutely.
In Swainsboro and Northeast. We have not been good enough yet to prove that we can play with the best of the best.
But I think it's a good time in the season later on, because you like to have your guys peaking at week 11.
Well, that's our goal. And, you know, as you look at it right now, we've got Bleckley County coming in this week. They're a top 10 ranked team. How can we beat somebody that's a top 10 ranked team? Later on, if they're still there, which they probably will be, you've got Dodge County.
Absolutely.
That right now is ranked in the top 10. So when you look at our schedule, I don't think it could be much tougher than it is. You know, we're looking at playing 4 teams in our schedule that are top 10 teams in our classification in the state of Georgia. Now, where do we stack up in that? Are we just an average high school football team, or are we a football team that can play with the best of the best? And, you know, we'll know a little bit more after Friday night.
Absolutely. Coach, I think it'll be a good time to take a break.
Now's the time to get a great deal on the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. Professional-grade mowers, durable sidekick utility vehicles, and versatile compact tractors. It's the equipment you need to take care of your land. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available, or save up to $3,500.
Products you can count on, a name you can trust. That's Midstate Tractor and Equipment.
Hey, it's Stephanie again at Shermont Honda Kawasaki, and I wanted to show you an adrenaline rush. We have the brand new Kawasaki Teryx H2, 250 horsepower, supercharged, fastest side-by-side on the market. This unit has a digital speedometer, 5-point harness for safety, a bed for storage, and then we also have the Garmin Tread app that you can download your favorite music and display it on the dashboard. Come in and see us today at Shermont Honda Kawasaki CF Moto, 106 Savannah Avenue, East Dublin, Georgia.
Hello fans, Ben Knight for Farmer State Bank. Friday night football and Farmer State Bank. As easy as FSB. Dedication, hustle, trust, commitment, and teamwork. Giving our all every day, just as our local football teams do every Friday night. Join us at Farmer State Bank and support your local team. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
October is Rocktober here at Dublin Nissan. With savings up to $7,500, it's time to rock and roll in a new Rock Creek Pathfinder. If a Murano is more of your taste, we can save you up to $8,000. So come check out our great selection and pick one out. And with the only V6 in its class and a great selection, Dublin Nissan has the Frontier for you. We've got J.D. Power's #1 rated brand, and we've stacked them deep so we can sell them cheap. So now's the time to get to Dublin Nissan. And come see the Heisman, only at Dublin Nissan.
And we're back. Coach, big Friday night football game. I'm sure some of the TV stations from Macon will be down here. They always like to come for this matchup. Bleckley County, high flying, as you said earlier. I mean, they're scoring a bunch of points a game. They're probably up there in the low 40s.
That's correct.
Passing attack. I know we went over there earlier in the year, preseason probably, and watched them play. Threw the ball, I thought, very well back then, in a preseason football game. And I'm like, man, if we see this year, we may run into some trouble. I don't know. But, what have you seen? What have you seen from them? We know what Von's going to bring, what he brings, a highly touted coaching staff over there. Great man, loves the kids, coaches them well. What have you seen from where they were to where they are now?
Well, they've continued to grow. They've continued to get better on both sides of the football. There's no question about it. They always are extremely well coached. They're a smart football team. They're a football team that very seldom does anything that's going to cost them. Okay. They don't get a lot of penalties. They play at a tempo that's kind of unmatched for us at this point in the season about who we line up and play. They're going to go extremely fast. They're going to spread you from sideline to sideline. They have the parts. You've heard me say before a lot of times in the offensive system that we prefer to run. You need all the right parts.
Okay.
So, and it doesn't matter whether it's the wing tee or whether it's the spread. You've got to have the right parts. And when you go and you look at Bleckley and what they've consistently tried to do, you go back last year, they didn't have a very good year by their standards. And Coach Lassiter would probably be the first one to tell you that they weren't happy with the way their season finished last year. So they come back, they replace their quarterback, and they've had one waiting in the wings who is a riverboat gambler who can throw the heck out of it. I think one of their games,
I enjoy watching him.
They threw it 49 times. They're going to throw the football, and this young man has continued to gain confidence. Well, if you run the spread and you've only really got one go-to receiver, as a defensive coach, you can do some things to kind of lend you to a position where you can kind of maybe take that one guy away and make it hard on that offense to be explosive. But when you look at Bleckley, all four of their wideouts can go get it. They catch the football. When you watch teams like that, do the receivers catch the ball in their body or do they catch it in their hands? And all four of those kids catch the ball in their hands. Then they've got a sniffer back, which is basically a tight end that plays off the line of scrimmage a great deal of the time, who's a physical blocker, who also has great hands that they love to get the football to when they're down in the red zone. He's going to make a lot of plays for the tight end. when they get down inside the 20-yard line, 15-yard line. You certainly have to know where that young man is. He's very productive. Their offensive line is as sound and solid as you can be. They handle pressures. They do actually throw legitimate RPOs, it appears. Sometimes that's hard to determine whether it's a called pass or whether it is a legit RPO, but it seems like from studying the film that theirs are sometimes legitimate RPOs.
What about their running backs?
Quick, explosive. Maybe
like
not,
usual.
Like usual. I mean, they can house call one on you in a hurry. They are physical. They're not big necessarily. One of them's got pretty good size. The quick one is not real big, but they run the football enough to make it hard on you, and they're gonna formation you, and they're gonna give you motion. And if you don't get enough people out to handle their quick game, then they just spit a quick screen out and take off down the sideline, which is sort of an extension of anybody that runs that offense. They'll do that on any down because they feel like they can pick up a minimum of 5 or 6 yards, which is the same as a really good running play.
Defensively, what are we looking at? I know they've got some backers over there.
Well, they've got a solid defensive front, number 4 for them. We were laughing the other day when we were going through all of our film study, and one of my coaches made the comment, said that kid's been over there forever. And he has. He plays on the nose a great deal. Slide over into a D tackle look every once in a while. But, there's a little bit of question about what we're going to see. I think they're on their 3rd defensive coordinator in 3 years. Kagan, who was the head coach at West Lawrence for a long time, is serving the role of defensive coordinator right now. He's always had a history of being an odd front, 50 with a little slant here and there, or shade one way or the other.
But he will change it up.
Well, that's the big question, Mark, is will he? Okay. When you go back and look last year.
We know he will.
Scott Pagano was over there last year that had been on our staff before. Well, they stayed in an even front against us the majority of the night last year. But if you go back to the year before that, it was kind of the even front. So they've made us do our homework and spend a little extra time on the practice field trying to prepare for what their game plan may be. And that was an advantage, really, to having an open date week, was to kind of balance it out equally and prepare for whichever one that seems to come out. And who knows, they may have a third one that we haven't seen yet.
Right. Yeah, I know their kicking game. I think they lost their premier kicker, the Childers boy over there, Bradson. I think he's graduated, and I don't know.
Well, their kicking game is solid. I mean, they're not going to kick off deep into the end zone, but they're going to squib kick it. They're going to lob kick it. They're going to kick it down to the 10. They're going to spray the football around, and a lot like we try to do. And then their punter, number 4, handles most of their punting chores, and he gets it out of there pretty quick.
Right.
He's hit some 42, 43 yards in there. When the big rascal gets that big thigh into it and hits it good, it's going to cover some distance. But, all in all, I feel
well-balanced team.
A well-balanced football team, and you got to beat a Northeast. When you go back,
close game over there.
Look at that game, and talking with the coach from Northeast a little bit about it to kind of get his feelings on how it went. And if you look at that game film, Northeast kind of played like we did against Northeast. They moved the football, had it inside the 10
in the red zone
on 2 different occasions, and came away with no points. And
they did the same thing over there at Bleckley.
That's a tribute to Bleckley County. Not a knock. It's a tribute to them that they were able to keep them out in those situations, and so it's always a good hard fought football game. Years when Dublin has been the favorite, Blakely County's given us all we want and walked out a couple of times
They have.
to win, and there's been years when Blakely County's been the favorite and Dublin's found a way to win. So it'll be a great night in the Shamrock Bowl.
Let's talk about the middle school.
Oh, man.
I've just got to thinking about,
They got to go play
and
Blakely
going.
this week. This is Blakely.
It's Blakely week. I don't
Blakely week.
want to leave out the middle school. They've had such a tremendous year this year, and they're going over. They won their semifinal match last week here at home.
And beat a good Swainsboro team.
Absolutely, and they've got to load the bus up and take a road championship game over.
Got to go to Blakely County. I think their middle school's called the Barons, maybe.
Right.
So they're headed over to play 5 o'clock on Thursday at Blakely County for the middle school championship.
Yeah, 5 o'clock right
Coach
now
Watts,
set.
Coach Pogue, those guys.
Coach Starley.
And Coach Starley have done a phenomenal job.
Yes, they
Those
have.
guys, it'll be their second year in a row making it into the middle school championship, so it makes you feel like the future is bright with the talent level that is coming up here in Dublin City Schools. So my hat's off to those guys. They've done a tremendous job, and I'm pulling for them. If you can't make it over to Blakely, come out and see our JV football team Thursday at 5:30. We'll be hosting Jefferson County here.
Okay.
At this point right now, Dublin's junior varsity is undefeated and having a great year. So I'd love for you to get out on Thursday and watch a little football, and then go home and catch a little NFL prime on Thursday night or whatever.
And get ready to come back to the Shamrock Bowl Friday.
And let's have a beautiful night of football, and hopefully a good full stadium of people here to see a great football game.
Weather's getting right this time of year. I think that's supposed to be good all week and all weekend long. Looks like we want to invite everybody now to come out to the Shamrock Bowl and watch Blakely County come in and the Dublin Fighting Irish. Coach, we'll be
Mid-State Pools and Spas welcomes spa season with a full lineup of spas from Marquee and Strong. Choose from award-winning comfort and a variety of sizes that'll make spa season your favorite season of all. Shop now for a great selection of pool and patio furniture at Mid-State Pools and Spas with locations in Dublin, Warner Robins, Sandersville, and Vidalia. Mid-State Pools and Spas, this area's most trusted pool and spa dealer. Hometown Supply is welcoming in spring with a bigger and better selection of zero-turn mowers, blowers, string trimmers, and a complete line of power tools for the yard.
Hometown Supply has all of your lawn and garden equipment from zero-turn mowers to string trimmers and blowers. We carry all major parts and offer service and repair, so come see us at Hometown Supply.
And remember, Hometown Supply has a large selection of new and used appliances.
And remember, if you can't do business at Hometown Supply, you just can't do business.
Friendly Gus is fuel good food. Whether you're grabbing a quick cup of coffee on your way to work or filling up for a big road trip, Friendly Gus will be there to make sure you have what you need. Check out our lineup of specials now. Any size iced tea for just $1.69. A 3-piece dark combo or 2-piece pork chop combo for $7.99. And with over 20 locations, a Friendly Gus store is always nearby. So stop by Friendly Gus today. And don't forget to shop Cochran Brothers Cash and Carry for all your bulk item needs. Come by today and see why Friendly Gus has been serving Middle Georgia for over 100 years.
Premium off-roading is better when you can take the whole crew. Powered by a 4-cylinder engine, we're extending peak premium performance to everyone. A premium automotive-inspired cab provides plenty of space for the whole crew. Good times are better with good company. Good company meets its peak with Ridge Crew and Ridge XR Crew.
Summertime is the time to ride. Come into Shamrock Honda Kawasaki CF Moto and see our full lineup of Kawasaki side-by-sides.
Hunting season is in, so come on down to Roach Farm and Garden. Tired of cold, wet, achy feet? Stop by Roach Farm and Garden and check out our supply of Georgia Boot, Ariat. We even carry Extra Tough. Wore out pants, overalls, hoodies, and vests, replace them with Carhartts and Wrangler from Roach Farm and Garden. Almost every color in stock. Doesn't matter if your college team is winning or losing, Roach Farm and Garden has game day flags and concrete statues of your favorite team. Tailgating, camping, or cooking at home, Roach Farm and Garden has got you covered with Bayou Classic Fritters, Blackstone Pit Boss Griddles, and Traeger Pellet Grills. While you waiting on supper cooking, Roach Farm and Garden has outdoor gliders, chairs, and furniture in stock. All shrubs, all bushes, all fruit trees, they're marked down 30%. So hurry down to Roach Farm and Garden while supplies last. Deer season is in full swing. Roach Farm and Garden carries roasted corn, soybeans, flavored corn, ADM, FRM, Godfrey, and Double Down deer feed. We even got tower stands arriving daily. Don't forget your voodoo at the register. Voodoo, it just makes sense. From the woods to your home and everything in between, Roach Farm and Garden has got you covered. 2 locations, Dublin and Wrightsville.